Frederick Winslow Taylor is regarded as the father of scientific management approach. The approach stands for the adoption of scientific methods to improve efficiency and economy in industrial production. The term scientific management was first coined by Louis Brandeis in 1910. Taylor used the term in his work Principles of Scientific Management that was published in 1911. It is the first coherent theory of public administration. Rapid industrialization during the 19th century posed serious challenges to managerial practices in industries. The working conditions in the factories were chaotic. There was a lack of standardization of methods of work. The workers were not oriented or guided to their choices of methods. Work was unplanned. Workers used to bring their own tools to do their work. Management was unconcerned with the problem of workers, unconcerned and ignorant, thus resulting in industrial non-productivity and inefficiency. In the backdrop of all this situation, a more rational and integrated approach to managerial problems was need of the hour. So the theory of scientific management was in response to this situation. Taylor stressed that management is a science. There are fixed laws, rules and principles which can be applied to all types of organizations to achieve desired results in productivity, efficiency and economy of an organization. As a true science, Taylor developed his principles of management based on experiments and observations of work procedures and conditions in industrial organizations. Goals of scientific management. Scientific management attempts to achieve higher industrial efficiency by systematic application of scientific methods. It is mainly concerned with managerial problems and work procedures of factories. Taylor's fundamental assumptions behind the approach are scientific observation and experimentation in industrial processes are possible. Standard time required for production can be ascertained by reducing the work procedures of labor to basic motions, and workers can be trained by the management in the best methods to achieve the industrial objectives. There are four major principles of scientific management. The first one is standardization of work methods. Taylor refused to entertain non-scientific beliefs in the functioning of factory. He advocated scientifically tested premises. He suggested for observation of the working conditions and total amount of work to be undertaken in specific time period. Based on these observations, experimentations to be done to fix daily tasks assigned and planning for the workers. Managers must learn from the investigation and strive to achieve higher productivity and lower unit cost, thus leading to maximization of profits. The worker with higher achievement records should be rewarded and non-compliant must be penalized. Management is responsible for the overall output of the organization because it is in the position of authority from where standardization of methods, adoption of the best practices and improved working conditions cooperation can be enforced. Thus, the entire process of production must be driven by scientific methodology. The second principle of scientific management, as told by F.W. Taylor, is that scientific selection and training of workers is possible. So, staffing is an integral part of science of management, and as it was suggested by Taylor. Long before the post-COP views were recommended during the third phase of evolution of public administration as a discipline. He systematized three components of personnel management, that is selection, placement and training of workers. The next stage of standardization of work is to select and place right candidate for the right job. It requires proper mechanism in place to identify the potential of workers and judgment of their appropriate position in the workforce. It further requires that the management should train workers for their tasks and make provision of facilities for their personality development. The third principle of his scientific management is equal division of work between management and workers. Taylor recommended that management should undertake the functions of planning, organizing, controlling, and determining the methods of work. He reasoned that the management is in the best position to contribute in these areas of operation. For workers, he attributes the on-floor task of actual production, which are mechanical in nature. During those days, the managerial personnel used to overburden the workers by forcing on them the work for which the workers were not in the position to perform. So Taylor separated managerial responsibilities from that of workers. The fourth principle of the scientific management is mutual cooperation among workers and the management. Taylor took note of the human environment in the organization. Mutual faith and trust helps to develop cooperation and cordial relations between management and workers. As per Taylor, this contributes to efficiency and productivity of production process. He further elaborates on maximizing the earnings of workers and employees through scientific management approach. Thus, science of management can resolve all conflicts between capital and labor. Thank you.